welcome the cast of Ablaze.
Melting. No, I can do this. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Time half an hour, homework
time, 3 hours, 10 minutes to prep for bed. Hard knocks! And staring at the ceiling, my mind is always reeling. I wonder if I'd like being dead. You said it! Go ahead and beat your drum, go ahead and beat your drum, go ahead and beat your drum, go ahead and beat your drum. I've got you all the way. I've got you all the way. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, your MC for this evening, direct from Washington, D.C., Darius Pierce.
I was going to sing an a cappella version of Tomorrow from Annie, but it feels inappropriate now. That was going to be my big opening. Hello, welcome to there were so many people on stage, they're still finding their seats. That's fine. I don't mind at all. Okay, welcome to the 6th annual Pamta ceremony. 6 years already this has been going on. For the past 6 years, we have gathered here to celebrate the great art of musical theater. Before 6 years ago, we still all gathered here. We just had nothing to do. We just kind of ran around and then went home. But now, we have a purpose. We have a reason for being here. And it is not just to give out these 26 awards. It is to give out 27 awards. That's how many there are. We will do that. It's not just about presenting awards, though. It's not just about inspiring performances. It's not just about heartfelt acceptance speeches from people who were not expecting an award, even though they knew they were one of only like 5 people who even might get it. So, not a total surprise is what I'm saying. And it's not about, you know, who's dressed best tonight, though that's clearly Kay Vega, but it's not about It's about... It seems disingenuous when I look down, because I have my paper here, it seems disingenuous to me to say it's about being together to honor our community, reading that off a piece of paper, but I want to get it right. It's about being together to honor our community. Our fellow practitioners in musical theater, to salute, to recognize, to praise, and to applaud. We come back together after 12 months of creating and experiencing this art form that so closely reflects our human condition. We are here to celebrate those who have moved us, surprised us, delighted us, astounded us. We thank you for reaching inside yourselves, grabbing everything that you can, and then offering to us. Metaphorically, obviously, if you really did that, it would be gross and unpleasant. We would not thank you for that. But thank you sincerely for making us proud to be a part of this magical, mystical equation that comes together to make theater. The authors, the directors, the designers, the performers, the audience. And we're all so busy so much of the time that it's really just great to get everybody in a room together like this. There's a ton of people here, and even at this, there are so many of us that are not here because they're at rehearsal or didn't want to come. I don't know why they're not here. But looking out, it's really an embarrassment of talent. It's really an impressive group of people. Spencer Conway is here. No, I like that at awards shows when people are like, and so-and-so is here, which is basically they're just like, so-and-so is here, who I will now make fun of. Paul Angelo is here. I don't have a joke, I just wanted people to know you're here. In case they want to talk to you later. Do you have anything that you want to share with the... Nothing, all right, sorry. This season saw the production of 29 musicals. Eight of them world premieres. And this marks the first time Portland has hosted the pre-Broadway run of a new musical, Somewhere in Time. Was predicted at the Pamta ceremony only 5 short years ago. That's true. Not that it would be Somewhere in Time, but that we would premiere a pre-Broadway run. Though, to be fair, a lot of other predictions that were made 5 years ago did not come true. We were told 5 years ago in this room that Portland would invent the world's first hover orchestra. That's not happened. We were promised musical adaptations of all 3 Godfather movies. And most disappointingly, I specifically remember being here when Broadway Rose announced that they were going to breed an actual singing, dancing, man-eating plant for their production of Little Shop. And I saw that show and I loved it, but that promise was not fulfilled. I love that joke. Okay. This year, in addition to the 18 award categories that Pamta's regularly recognized, we will again present 2 James Pepper's Memorial Awards for emerging artists, as well as a Founders Award for an outstanding contribution to the Portland theater scene. Also, a new category, Outstanding Playbill Cover Design. Yes, the 3 people who were nominated totally just... They wanted to add a few other new categories that didn't make the cut, because they really weren't fair. I mean, best death scene at the hands of a deranged barber, that's not fair. Next season, there are probably no nominees for that. Best musical that loves me and thinks I'm perfect but wants me to change, that's not... You can't even fit that on an award plaque. The one that really upset me was Best Performance by Norman Wilson. I thought, that's not... That's just not a fair category. Although it was weird because James Sheringhausen was nominated. That would have been a huge upset. In addition to the new categories, you may notice that the Pamta Trophy has a new look. These are new. Yes, those are the same people that applauded for the cover design, I think. These are shiny, new, pyramidical tributes keeping in mind that pyramidical, not a real word. This is, but it's good because it represents, you know, the sides are triangular, which represent the triple threat of acting, singing, and dancing. And there are 4 sides, which represent the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I said to Corey, make it like the 4 vocal parts or the 4 sections of an orchestra. He was like, no, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then there's the point at the top, which is just very, very dangerous. The old trophy, you know, where there were spheres, and we missed the balls, but we had to warn people that they stop it. That but we had to warn people that they might roll off the pedestal and crush your toe or whatever was down there. It's far less likely that these pyramids will slide off the pedestal, but we would like to warn everyone not to anger any of the winners because they really are very, very, very pointy. And I think it's long past time that we get the first of these lethal weapons into the hands of an actor by presenting the award for outstanding performance by a supporting actor. And this year, the nominees are, for his, oh this is ironic, for his masterful portrayal of the eccentric Adolfo in The Drowsy Chaperone, Norman Wilson. As the troubled and jilted husband of Maria Callas in Ari Maria, Gary Wayne Cash. For bringing his own manic quirks to Dracula, a musical nightmare, Sam Dinkowitz. As the angelic, charming, and determined Clarence in It's a Wonderful Life, Matthew Barnett. For his wistful, driven, and heroic turn in Sweeney Todd, Lewis Hobson. And for his downtrodden but ultimately triumphant boy in Sweeney Todd, Eric Little. And the Pamta goes to Matthew Barnett.
Thank you on behalf of Matt Barnett. I directed him in the show. He was amazing. He was cast at the very last minute, and I remember him sort of being shell-shocked and having to take extra time off work and coming into rehearsal and sort of looking at me, and I said, "You're gonna be great." We had like one conversation about his character, and he was just inspired, and I congratulate him so much. I had to get back in my seat. Here to present the award for Outstanding Sound is Pamta nominee, Norman Wilson.
Thank you. When theater was in its infancy, sound design was determined by the shape of the mountainside, which encircled the area where the performers gathered. Centuries later, it's all about woofers and tweeters and radio waves and ambient humidity and the shapes and structures of the walls. Sound sets the mood, delivers the lyrics, and places the orchestra neatly under the vocals. It is the spine of the musical theater. For their mastery of this art, the following are nominated this season. For his heavenly delivery of It's a Wonderful Life, Gordon Romain. For his peppy rendering of The Drowsy Chaperone, Daniel Hallberg. For filling the epic canvas of Sweeney Todd, Casey Pacilio. For his precise palette for Little Shop of Horrors, Cecil Averett. And for his sumptuous and criminally good Legally Blonde, David Hors. And the Pamta goes to David Hors.
I just want to accept this award on behalf of David and the entire cast and crew of Legally Blonde. He's sorry he can't be here, but he wants to thank everyone for this award. Thank you.
And his last name is Earth.
All right, for this next award, I'm just going to announce somebody who I know is here. In film, they call it wardrobe. On stage, costumes. In life, we just call it clothes. Costume design can immediately tell us things about the characters that their words and actions cannot. Are they wealthy, unkempt, vain, living in our time period? In an instant, style and color and fabric have informed us exactly what's going on with that person, or at least what they wish us to believe is going on with them. The masters of the dissemination of this information this year include, for her specific and detailed choices in Dracula, A Musical Nightmare, Janet Mouser. For a phantasmagorical Seussical, Shayna Targosh. For the gentle fantasy that envelops It's a Wonderful Life, Pat Rohrbach. For his lyrical Somewhere in Time, Jeff Cohn. And for her sexy cabaret, Alva Bradford. And this Pamta goes to Shayna Targosh.
I'm not Shayna. Shayna is in Japan right now with her family, and what a wonderful opportunity to work with such a wonderful designer for 2 years at Northwest Children's Theatre. Thank you very much. She's a delight to work with, and I know she'll be delighted with the recognition and would like me to thank you on her behalf. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amy Holiday.
The fame and the land, the shall be so. What's said is said, it's time to go. You've reduced me to nothing, yet underneath it I'm but a woman with a broken heart time can't amend. The clock keeps ticking and the pain will never end. Oh, it kills me to leave you. There's a feeling I can't ignore. The power of loving, but I'm able to close that door. So here I am. So here I am. So here I am. But a woman who's worth much The following 5 ladies created memorable portrayals. I don't know what's so funny. The following 5 ladies created memorable portrayals, pulled us into their stories, and made us care. For her worldly wise Bloody Mary in South Pacific, Barbara Irvin. Her mother superior lived up to that name in The Sound of Music, Marguerite Bouvet. Legally Blonde would definitely have not been as spunky without her, Ronnie Lytle. She brought pizzazz to always Patsy Cline, Sharon Maroney. In Seussical, she made Maisie count, Jenny Bunce. And she told us the truth in I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, Leah Yorkston. The Pamta goes to Barbara Irvin.
Thank you to everyone, to everybody I've ever worked with, and any director who's ever seen fit to work with me and hire me, and to all the people that I've worked with. It's been wonderful, and I hope to get out there again. Thank you.
Ensemble. A group producing a single effect, as in A. Concerted music of 2 or more parts. B. A complete costume of harmonizing or complementary clothing and accessories. C. 1. The musicians engaged with the performance of a musical ensemble. 2. A group of supporting players, singers, or dancers. This next award for ensemble is for excellence for that last definition, ensemble C2. Also, it should be noted that I was in one of these shows, so it is bold to trust that I'm going to read what is really written on the card. The nominees are Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson at Portland Playhouse. It's a Wonderful Life at Stumptown Stages. Avenue Q at Triangle Productions. Ablaze at Staged. The Drowsy Chaperone at Broadway Road. And the Pamta goes to Ablaze.
Wow, thank you so much. This was a lot of really hard work. So it really feels great that you recognize us for that. And thank you to the other nominees, because I definitely know that they all worked really, really hard too. Thank you to Staged. We could not have put this on without you and your generosity and your hope for us. And thank you to Matt and Eric and Jessica and so many people I'm forgetting. We definitely just want to give a shout out to all of you, and we hope you the best. Thank you.
To present the award for Outstanding Light Design, here is Pamta recipient Jean Dent.
It's been said that lighting design is actually a character in the play. In a split second, the mood can be changed, the location altered, the fabric of the story shifted. Most times, that's good. While silent, lighting speaks volumes, and the outstanding authors of this year's lighting designs are Diane Ferry Williams for her striking Sweeney Todd the Demon, Barbara's Fleet Street. Chris Sagan for his science fiction influenced Little Shop of Horrors. Phil Macbeth for his time traveling It's a Wonderful Life. Drew Flint for his glitzy La Cage aux Folles. And Jeff Woods for his crackling design for Ablaze. And the Pamta goes to Phil Macbeth.
Phil asked me to accept the award for him this evening, this afternoon. He told me he couldn't make it, and he asked me to tell everyone that he's surprised, thankful, and happy. So.
We come into a theater. We come into a theater and we know we are in a theater. We know we are in Portland. We know what country we're in. We know perfectly well. And it is the burden of the set designer to convince us otherwise. For making us believe we were really there. This year the nominees are Steve Coker for his trashy The Great American Trailer Park Musical. Tim Case for his charm-infused Little Shop of Horrors. Glenn Gower for his classy La Cage aux Folles. Chris Whitten for his expansive tropical paradise in South Pacific. And Jeff Seats for his whimsical world of Peter Pan. This Pamta goes to Steve Coker.
you so very, very much. Stumptown Stages, are you out in the house there? We're on behalf of Kirk Mauser, artistic director, myself, associate artistic director, and the rest of the cast and everybody for our lovely, lovely Steve. He's always been there for us and created the magic that we need in order to be a wonderful performance. So we're so grateful that you've given him the award and the recognition he so well deserves. Thank you.
Here to present the award for Outstanding Young Performer is last year's recipient, Michael Kepler-Mio.
The Pamtas choose to recognize young performers, where most awards for the performing arts do not. The Pamtas recognize outstanding young performers for the simple reason that we believe that nurturing new talent ensures that the talent forests of the future will be lush and healthy and fertile. This year, your outstanding young performers are, for his winning turn in Cinderella, Martin Tebow. For his potent presence in The Stinky Cheese Man and Other Stupid Tales, Avish Menon. For her delicious, pinkalicious, Madison Ray. And for his charming rendering in Seussical, Henry Martin. And the Pamta goes to Madison Ray.
Sorry, Darius is going to have to adjust this later. This is incredible. Thank you guys so much. I want to thank the theater community for their support and recognition. Also my mom for driving me to rehearsals. I'm still working on that license. Thank you so much to the dream team of Sarah, Darcy, and Stan. It was an incredible show, and I always feel like it's such a special opportunity when you get to return to a show and do it twice, because then you can go back and do all those, oh, I wish I would have done those. So this is incredibly fun, and thank you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Riccaro.
Bonnie Jean Toon Sweeney, stage manager extraordinaire, passionate champion and lover of anything with fur and feathers. A woman I never saw without a smile, who kept her head always while those around her were losing theirs. Loving wife of more than 30 years to Pat Sweeney, who, like anyone who knew her, loved her to distraction. On June 8, 2010, Bonnie was diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian cancer. Thus began a journey that ended on Friday, June 14, 2013. It is a testament to the quiet strength of this remarkable woman that she lived 3 years past her diagnosis. And she stayed with us more than 2 weeks past the day she received last rites from her beloved Father Richard from All Saints. After getting bitten by the theater bug under the tutelage of Sister Iggy Ann at St. Mary's, Bonnie attended Fort Wright College for a time and then earned a degree in theater management from the University of Portland in 1994. She began her Portland career acting and directing with Sumas Theater Ensemble. Her later work was primarily as a stage manager and producer for several local theater companies, including Oregon Stage Company, Classic Greek Theater of Oregon, Lakewood Theater Company, Coho Productions, Quintessence Language and Imagination Theater, and the Portland Revels. When Corey asked me to speak about Bonnie tonight, I put a call out for Bonnie stories to the community. And here's a sample of what came in. I'm not sure I have a good story, just about a decade of appreciation for enormous work effectively done and managed with great tact and goodwill. The person who called the least attention to herself in the room was the one who was listening and quietly making everything run smoothly. She will be greatly missed for her kindness, generosity, and gentle, caring nature. Bonnie's kindness, warm-heartedness, and professionalism have remained with me. My favorite memories of Bonnie are how gentle and constant her smile was. No matter the stress or the craziness, she was always calm with a soft, gentle smile. She was damned near a perfect stage manager. Cast as Aunt Sally in Lanford Wilson's 5th of July, she brought to the character humor, humanity, and groundedness, along with a gentle pathos. One of the nicest people you could possibly hope to meet. Good-natured, good-humored, and kind, no matter the pressure. A funeral mass will be held at All Saints Catholic Church at 2 p.m. on Friday, June 28th, with a reception to follow. You are all invited. You can read the full obituary and the record of Bonnie's remarkable journey, written mostly by her husband, Pat Sweeney, with grace and good humor, at caringbridge.org. Somewhere in heaven, someone is pitching the mother of all fits, railing about having to work under intolerable conditions. Bonnie is listening intently. And when that person finally winds down, Bonnie will smile her gentle smile and say, "I'll take care of it." Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Smith.
Kid, be my son. What I've done to you was rotten. Say I was scared. I kept marching in one place, marching in time to a tune I've forgotten. I loved you. I love you, I meant no disgrace. This here is love when we're talking face to face. Father to son, I for one would take love slower. I made my choice, but you can sing a different song. Watch as you sing, how your voice gets much lower. You'll be kid, a man kid, whatever the song. Sing for yourself as you march along. man kid, you'll be kid, whatever the song. Sing for us all as you march along.
There's no good way to segue from. So I'm just going to do it. This year, the Pamtas are choosing to honor a new category, Outstanding Playbill Cover Design. The nominees are Footloose at Christian Community Theater, Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson at Portland Playhouse, It's a Wonderful Life at Stumptown Stages. And the first ever Pamta for Outstanding Playbill Cover Design goes to Footloose.
It's quite a long jog from the second balcony. You'd think you could have got me a better seat. Got so much pull, Darius says here. I'd just like to thank the Pamta committee for this recognition and for the time it took for them to travel to Washougal to see this production. It was marvelous, and thank you for this recognition.
Here to present the next award is Tony Award-winning producer and founder of the Pamtas, Corey Brunish.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad you're here tonight. You all look fabulous, by the way. Especially you. Okay. This year, the James Peppers Memorial Award goes to 2 outstanding emerging artists. This award is given to any theater artist deemed to be outstanding in their contribution to the theater scene. And this year, it is given to an actor who brings a special spark to his work and of whom we look forward to seeing more soon. This year, the James Peppers Memorial Award goes to, finally, Norman Wilson.
Thank you. That took me by surprise. Nobody gave me a heads up about that one. This really means a lot. This is very special. My partner and I moved up here 4 years ago, and very quickly were embraced by the theater community and have just been extremely blessed and honored to work with incredible people and have a really wonderful time doing it. So I could list everyone, but I don't think we all want to be here that long. So I'm just going to say thank you to everyone who has been so supportive and giving me an opportunity to work in this community. It's just a great place to live and work, and I feel very, very proud to be a member of this community. And I do have to say a special thank you to my partner, Tommy, who continues to support me even when I take on roles that I'm way over my head doing. Like cats. That was a plug, man. Thank you, everybody, very much. This means the world to me. Thank you so much.
Now here to present the next James Peppers Award is one of last year's recipients, Drew Rutledge.
Hello, hello. The second Emerging Artist Award goes to the hardest working female actor in town. Her work is wistful, touching, sublime, and well, we just root for her characters to prevail. The second James Peppers Memorial Award goes to Leah Yorkston. Was the hardest working female actor in town and thus no longer lives here.
Apparently Portland was good for her. So noted. Leah texted me early this evening and asked me to thank you very, very much. She's on the road with her hubby doing that Janis Joplin thing. Which, by the way, may open on Broadway very soon. As if I have anything to do with it. And my partner, Risa Trincara, where are you? Yeah! Okay, so now let me see if I can figure out where we are. It's time for the Special Founders Award, and it's being presented to a local theater company. What was that? Do not be distracted by the shiny object falling to the floor. To a local theater company for their outstanding contribution in a somewhat unusual way. In the world of musical theater, there are hits and there are misses, and along the way the hits get revived over and over, it seems, but the misses tend to get lost among the rubble. And the thing is, some of these so-called misses are really treasures waiting to be rediscovered. So it is left to some enterprising company or person to dig them out, dust them off, put them on their feet, and invite you to come and take a listen. And so this year, for their Lost Treasures collection, we present this special Pamta to Lakewood Theater Company.
So sorry Rondom isn't here tonight. The Lost Treasures was a dream that he brought to us, and it's been so successful and it's been so much fun. And I thank everybody for supporting this Lost Treasures that we do at Lakewood. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Matthew Brown.
When I was a kid, just a skinny kid, we would summer at the shore. Since I was afraid, I only would wait to waste time, nothing more. Never over my head, or choosing instead to see the bottom below. I was safe, I was sound, feet on the ground, no threat from the undertow. But one day this boy who was older threw me over his sunburnt shoulder, and to my surprise and my shock, tossed me off of the end of the dock. And I swear and never get wet. So I bow to the blue skies above. Next time I won't need a shove. I'll jump. When I was 16, barely just 16, my great uncle came to town. A gourmet of note who researched and wrote a cookbook of some renown. There was page after page of saffron and sage, the spice of the life he had led. To some places he'd soon sampled cuisine would fill up my teenage head. So that June he made a suggestion in the form of a simple question. Would I like to go sail the seas, feast in Trinidad, dine in Belize? I said yes. Suitcase packed, yet still I lacked the nerve to explore. Fear prevailed, the ship set sail, and I stayed on shore. I forgot the lesson once learned. Next time, if the chance returns, I'll jump. Better safe than sorry. It's no way to play the game. It's rather sorry, but safe leads to nothing but more of the same. So here I am now, this is me right now, perched upon this hotel bed. My only desire to somehow acquire a blueprint for what's ahead. I could keep my routine, a life that's serene, with comforting guarantees, or go out on a limb and take a swim in deep and uncharted seas. It seems all my life has consisted of these days where I just existed. So I'd like for the next rule I make to prove at least I'm awake. So I'll jump. Fear ignored, I will jump on board and go for the ride. I'll be strong, and if I'm wrong, at least I'll have time. Life is meant to be lived on the edge. This time I won't fear the ledge. I'll jump. I'll jump.
Before we get to the final 10 awards this evening, a quick note. When you leave tonight in the lobby, right here on this floor, there will be some CDs for sale. The price is $1. All the money goes directly to the Pata Angel Fund, a fund that offers aid to Portland actors in times of financial need. We thank you for your support of that fund tonight. To present the award for Outstanding Music Direction, here is Pamta recipient, Greg Paul.
For a musical director is important. He directs the music, he tells the music what to do. Where to stand and what faces to make. There might be a gesture or two. This season, the nominees are Jonathan Cusenberry for It's a Wonderful Life, Rick Lewis for Sweeney Todd, Alan D. Lang for La Caja Fall. Darcy White for Avenue Q. And Mont Chris Hubbard for Little Shop of Horrors. It's very difficult. Mont Chris.
Thank you. Darcy, John, Alan, and Rick, I've been really pleased to be a member of the community with you four, and I've worked with three of you, and John, I hope to work with you soon. You all did wonderful work this year and previous years, and I'm sure years to come. Broadway Rose, thanks for hiring me a few times, including the first time I ever worked professionally in this town, so thank you very much, Dan and Sharon. The cast for the show was unbelievable, and the band was fantastic. One of them was over there, Ken on drums. And without them, and without Cecil, who ran sound, designed sound for the show, I certainly wouldn't have got this, so they all deserve as much applause as I do. And that's everybody, I think. My girlfriend Aubrey. I'm sure most of us here understand how wonderful it is to have a partner who forgives all the late nights and the early mornings and the 12-hour days. So we all should turn to that person and thank them. Thank you.
Chris, as we all know, is an extraordinary music director and musician, but the real main contribution he makes to this community is as an avid supporter of Softball Saturday. I thought it was important to mention that. Because it was important that I mentioned it. Okay. Choreography is vitally important. In a musical, people often dance, or at least move around a lot to music, and it is important that they know what to do, otherwise it would just be like a random kind of dance party set to like Rodgers and Hammerstein or Lerner and Lowe, which would be amazing. Can we please do that production? But instead we have choreography, which is an extraordinarily long word. It's 5 syllables. That's an entire haiku line in and of itself. Nevertheless, the following people have conquered that word. And the nominees for Outstanding Choreography are Valerie Grudier-Edwards for It's a Wonderful Life. Price for La Cage aux Folles. Les Hansen for Cabaret. Jessica Hollyfield for Legally Blonde. Chelsea Nicole for Footloose. And the Pamta goes to 2 people. The first one, in no particular order, except first, is Valerie Grudier-Edwards.
I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I don't know what to say. Thank you, Kirk Mauser and everybody at Stumptown for giving me the opportunity to come back into the theater, and the wonderful cast and crew of It's a Wonderful Life, and Michael and Alan and Julianne for the delightful music, because that is what drives what we do on stage. The music inspires me and everybody else, but thank you very, very much.
Also for outstanding choreography, Chelsea Nicole for Footloose.
He's almost here.
Promise to do better this time. I'm a staff person with Journey Theater Arts Group, which was formerly, how do you say that? It formerly went by the name of Christian Community Theater. And on behalf of Chelsea Nicole and the director and the wonderful cast and of dancers, I'd like to accept this award. And she thanks you.
The orchestrator is the person who decides which instruments will play which notes. And it's important that they know that, because what if the tuba played the flute solo, or the piccolo played the trumpet line? That would be amazing. Can we please do that show? Totally serious. The orchestrations give the melody its personality, scope, and depth, and for my money, the orchestrators are some of the most underappreciated people in musical theater. The nominees this year are Greg Paul for Princess and the Pea, Doug Katsaros for Somewhere in Time, Matthew Biesrebski for Ablaze, Ezra Weiss for Cinderella, Jonathan Quisenberry, Michael Allen Harrison, and Robert O'Hearn for It's a Wonderful Life. And the Pamta goes to Doug Katsaros, Somewhere in Time.
And I'm not Doug. But Doug would be very grateful to this community for their support, and Portland Center Stage is definitely very grateful to Doug. Thank you.
Here to present the award for outstanding score is Pamta recipient Cecil Everett.
One thing really quick, I want to reassure Darius, we're like one beard away and a law from a hovering orchestra. Okay, the score is the heart of every musical. The story comes first, but the music speaks loudest. This year was a remarkable year for new musicals in our area, from movie adaptations to a couple of fairly well-worn tales injected with new life. I'm sorry, well-worn fairy tales. Injected with new life. And finally, that most rare of breeds, a fully original musical sprung from the fertile earth of Portland and probably a little bit of beer. The nominees are Somewhere in Time by Doug Katsaros and Amanda Yenowitz. It's a Wonderful Life, Michael Allen Harrison, Julian R. Johnson Weiss, Alan Bird. Ablaze by Matthew E. Zrebsky. Princess and the Pea by Greg Paul. And Cinderella by Ezra Weiss. Thank God the envelope. And the Pamta goes to Michael Allen Harrison.
From the time I was 5 years old and he was 7, and this is remarkable. Our dads really wanted for us to collaborate together and to do things together. And both of them worked together for so long, for 30 plus years. And Michael and I knew each other from the time we were 5 and 7. And we played together, and we're playing together again. And it's because of Stumptown Stages. And we just are so grateful to Kirk for his vision, and it's just a beautiful thing.
It's Wonderful Life came together in such a short period of time. We didn't start working on the score, I think, until June. And we had 4 or 5 months, less than that, to get ready for rehearsals. And it was a wonderful phone call getting from Kirk Mauser asking me to be a part of it. And so this gentleman to my left was the assistant rabbi at Temple Beth Israel, and was there to help officiate at my bar mitzvah when I was 13 years old. He's a dear friend of my family, and we had worked on another project together. And Alan, like no other, is such an incredible wordsmith, and I couldn't think of another person to collaborate with on the words. And then there were some sections in this score that I really felt that it needed Julianne's expertise. And like she said, we've been friends since childhood, and we've collaborated. Say that 10 times as fast as you can. And we've been working together for so many years, and we had so much fun putting the Julianne touch on the songs that she contributed. And to be inspired by an iconic movie and an iconic story was just such a great gift. How many here can raise their hand and say, that's my favorite holiday movie, It's a Wonderful Life? And to have the honor to bring that to life in musical theater is really a high honor, and we all, the three of us, took it very seriously. And we really wanted this work to be representative of the time that the movie came out. I really believe we succeeded, and I can't thank Stumptown Stages, the whole entire cast, everybody involved to put this together in such a short period of time. Janet Mauser, who put together the most incredible, heartfelt script. It was just really one of the highlights of my life last holiday season. Thank you so much, and I'll leave it to Alan to wrap it up. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Michael, for this great partnership, and Julianne and Michael for this great partnership. And I would simply reiterate Michael's expression of thanks to all of those at Stumptown who gave life to this magnificent and inspiring show. And I join in the spirit of the fellow who thanked partners for staying up late at night or not minding that we do, and I thank Bonnie up there. Thank you. And when the bell of liberty rings out, it rings for you and me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the cast of Avenue Q.
Oh, Princeton, you're so handsome. I could eat you alive. Four drinks for one,
Oh God, Keith! No one's ever touched me like this before. And you can't put your finger there. Oh, put your finger there! You can be as loud as the hell you want. Making love. Making love. You can be as loud as the hell you want. Making love. You can be as loud as the hell you want. Making love. Making love. Be as loud as the hell you want. Hold on a second. Oh God. Gary Coleman. Okay. You want me to do what? Hell no! Tell them to turn it down. Are we bothering someone?
Oh, not at all, kids. Y'all just keep doing what you doing.
You're not allowed to be loud in the library. At the office here or at a play, yeah. When you and your partner is doing the nasty, don't behave like you at the valley. You got as loud as the hell you want. Making love, sweet love. Ooh, as loud as the hell you want. You're making love. Peace and quiet when you're good and done. Be as loud as the hell you want when you're making love. As the hell you want.
Pastor Princeton, slow down. It's not a race.
Loud as the hell you want. Oh man.
Who's your daddy?
Loud as the hell you want. Ooh, yeah. Loud as the hell you want. Listen to brothers sing. Loud as the hell you want. Loud as the hell you want. Oh yeah. Loud as the hell you want. Loud as the hell to be loud. Loud as the hell you want. 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 What?
I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. Here to present the award for Outstanding Song is Tim Smith.
The award for the score considers the entire entity, including lyrics, music, and the art of the score as a whole. The award for Outstanding Song examines just one tune out of many dozen that were written this season. The nominations are But a Woman by Donald Horn and Jonathan Quisenberry from Aria Maria. I'll Give You the Moon by Michael Allen Harrison and Alan Bird from It's a Wonderful Life. From Heaven by Michael Allen Harrison from It's a Wonderful Life. Elsie by Doug Katsaris and Amanda Yesnowitz from Somewhere in Time. Hot Hot by Matthew B. Zrepsky from Ablaze. The Reason Is You by Ezra Weiss from Cinderella. And The Little Bird Brain by Greg Paul from Princess and the Pea. And the Pamta goes to I'll Give You the Moon.
I want to thank my mom. She's sitting, I think, in about the 10th row. Mom, would you stand up? She's the one that made me practice. I want to thank Corey Brunish as well for doing such a fine direction in the show. And after turning over the score, he and Jonathan Quisenberry, who was our music director, helped shape some of the songs and give it the right mood for presentation. This was the first time after writing an original musical that I wasn't the musical director and wasn't there for rehearsals because it was my holiday season. And so I was out of the loop. I had to just turn it over, and everybody did such a wonderful job. And when I did get to see the show, I was just so proud of all the work that was done. And thank you, everyone, for doing such a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Jared and Chrissy, for delivering the song so amazingly. For Corey, for your wonderful, brilliant work night after night. Thank you.
Now, to present the award for Outstanding Actor, here is two-time Pamta recipient, Julianne R. Johnson-Wise.
I'd just like to say before I go into this, just that it's so great to see all of the young people who can sing. I mean, really sing. Can sing the words, can really feel the emotion and the passion, and it's just a beautiful thing. It makes me want to retire. For his creepy, sensual, and utterly bloodthirsty vampire in Dracula, A Musical Nightmare, Kirk Mauser. As the time-traveling, befuddled, and smitten author in Somewhere in Time, Andrew Samansky. Pushing Jimmy Stewart out of our minds with his charm, heart, and powerful pipes, Jared Michael Brown. As the obsessive, compulsive, and heart-stealing speller in the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Larry Taylor. Unsuspecting and lovelorn blood donor, Little Shop of Horrors, Bobby Ryan. Pamta goes to... Drum roll, please. That was pathetic. The Pamta for Outstanding Actor goes to Jared Michael. Yeah!
God, this is heavy. I did not write a speech, but here goes. Corey Brunish, thank you very much. He saw me in a production up in Seattle, and he cast me blind. He didn't hear me sing any of the material which is absolutely incredible from you two gentlemen, and you, my dad. Thank you to Chrissy, who I got to act opposite every night, and my incredible cast. I have never been in a show where we've worked harder in such a short amount of time to take something that had just been written to the fully staged production. I'm used to doing workshops and that, but there was no time for that, so we just did the whole show. It was written one day and then it was up on the stage the next night. And that was very stressful, and that was a lot of fun, and it was the most rewarding experience I've ever had in my career. So thank you, everyone.
Here to present the award for Outstanding Female Actor is Pamta recipient Dan Murphy.
So what's really a treat when I personally read all the nominees in this particular category was I've had the great pleasure of working actually with all of them, so I'm pretty lucky. For her tortured diva in Ari Maria, Amy Jo Halliday. For her tortured diva in Dracula, A Musical Nightmare, Diana Rouse. For her tortured diva. Just kidding. For her spunky and beautiful rendering of Mary in It's a Wonderful Life, Chrissy Kelly. For her greasy and gutsy baker of pies in Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, Gretchen Rumbaugh. Rendition of one of America's greatest songstresses in Always Patsy Cline, Sarah Catherine Wheatley. And for her winning wet-headed Nellie in South Pacific, Stephanie Leppert. And the Pamta goes to Chrissy Kelly.
Thank you. Dan Murphy, who just presented this, is the first man to hire me in Portland, so that's exciting. I'm so fortunate to be a part of this community, and we are all so fortunate to be a part of a community that nurtures brand new musicals. I can't believe that I get to work on so many great pieces of art that nobody else has ever been able to work on. It's such a gift to be handed songs that have never been sung and words that have never been said, and to create that character and to help shape it. It's so wonderful. So I'm very thankful to everyone who worked on It's a Wonderful Life, and to Mr. Jared Michael Brown for being my scene partner, because we all know you can't be any good unless the person opposite you is fantastic. And there's one other person I should probably thank. And that's my really handsome husband. Thank you for putting up with me going to work every day and then to rehearsal 6 days a week, and making sure that I get fed when I get home, and that I have a clean house, and that my resume gets stapled to my headshot before auditions. It's best 9 years of my life having been with you, and I wouldn't be in Portland unless I had met him. So thanks for introducing me to all these fantastic people.
Hi, this is God on the God mic. I just wanted to point out that there was a second name in this category. It was actually a tie. Brianna Rouse, come on out.
not expecting that with the wealth of talent from the ladies that were in that category. I find myself in the very situation where I'm speechless. Thank you so much to Stumptown Stages for inviting me to be part of that incredible cast of Dracula, A Musical Nightmare, which was technically not an original production, but might as well have been, as it had to be brilliantly cobbled together. And it truly was one of the most fun experiences I've ever had on stage with, wow, what a fantastic group of people. I thank you so much. And thank you to my husband who supports me constantly, but wasn't able to come tonight because he's working. God bless him. Thank you very much.
Now to present the award for Outstanding Direction, here is Pamta recipient Peggy Taphorn.
God, do you have any message for me? It's me, Peggy. Most of you won't get that reference, but for those of you who do, thank you so much.
You will live a long and fruitful life.
Yes! Without direction, the show would have no direction. Would mill about not knowing where to go, what it wanted to accomplish with its life. Without a director with vision and the skills to bring it to fruition, a show would end up selling burgers at McDonald's. And believe me, that could happen for any of us at any moment, so please God, keep us up there. A director, like a conductor, neither composes nor performs the music, but is dedicated to the task of presenting both to their utmost advantage. And by the way, if the piccolo wants to play the trumpet part in rehearsals, that's perfectly fine. By respecting and serving the material, the audience, and the performers, the director's job is to steer the ship to open water and then get the hell out of the way. I personally wish that all of the nominees will continue to be lush, healthy, and fertile. Young performers. This year's nominees for Outstanding Director are, for her sublime rendering of I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, Sharon Maroney. For his insightful and daring Somewhere in Time, Scott Schwartz. For his blissful and raucous Footloose, J. Scott Lapp. For his freaky and frightening romp, Dracula, A Musical Nightmare, Tobias Anderson. Of the drowsy chaperone, Lynn Kramer. And for perpetrating the perfect Legally Blonde, Greg Tamblyn. And the Pamta goes to... Oh, there you are. No, your stage directions. And you can be as loud as the hell you want. Lynn Kramer.
Thank you very much. Hey, you know what? First of all, I'm so glad that I got to come back here because I apologize, Chrissy and Brianna. The instructions in the beginning were you won't even have to worry about it. You just flip it open and the name is right there. So I was told not to pull it out of the envelope, so I apologize profusely. I'm a little mortified.
You're forgiven.
Thank you. Fertile right now. So, Lynn Kramer. I first met Lynn Kramer because she was actually not the original director of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels a couple of years ago that we did at the Broadway Bros. It was Joe Farrell. And and Joel couldn't make it. He had gone through all the auditions, we cast the show, and then some unforeseen, as showbiz happens, he had to drop the show, but he recommended, knowing that there was the Mother-in-Law House and Megan and Molly and all that crap that goes along with doing a show at the Broadway Rose, that Lynn would be a good match. So Lynn had gotten off the plane, and she had gone to the first rehearsal. We had the newspaper there for an article. She met her cast, and I hadn't even met her until the next day in my breakfast room, like I have a big house, the tables in the kitchen. And it was just lovely. And she did such a beautiful job, and then we were so grateful when she was able to come back and do The Drowsy Chaperone, which has been a favorite show of ours, and Lynn really she kicked our butt. Well, I sat in a chair, I did nothing. But she just gets it. She gets it on so many levels, and she's fast, and she's furious, and she's really giving, and she's really a wonderful director. So we are so blessed to have her, and now she's herding cats. I just thought I would plug that.
And I would like to honor my mom tonight. She turns 89 this year. She's seated in the second tier, and if she would stand up and take a bow, Virginia Brunish, right here. And she's the namesake of the Brunish Theater upstairs, you might have heard of it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Pamta recipient, Christy Kelly Pettit, right here.
Bring any puppets tonight, so everything's gonna stay closed up here. I had a dream about you. We were together again as we had always been. It was the happiest dream I think I ever have had that you and I've been in. It was a dream I don't need to explain. We're in the car and we're driving in Maine. It's so incredibly beautiful, I don't know where to begin. We're driving into the night, and at this magical height we see two orange moons. They're hanging up in the sky like a pair of contented balloons. And as we stare into space in astonishment, I turn to look at your face, and you kiss me. All in an instant,
All right, we're about to give out our last 2 awards, so last chance to place your bets. Okay. In my opinion, sorry. In my opinion, the creation of an original musical is maybe the most complex and difficult feat in the theater. It is a blessing that anyone would ever want to try, and astonishing to me that so often they are so wonderful. The nominees this year for Outstanding Original Musical are Ari Maria at Triangle Productions, It's a Wonderful Life at Stumptown Stages, Somewhere in Time at PCS, Ablaze at Stage, Princess and the Pea at Jane, a theater company. And the Pamta goes to Ablaze.
You guys, this was a huge process. Oh, I can't breathe. It's a huge process, and everyone in this room knows how collaborative it is to put on a musical. We have all these people in a room. We'd like to thank some of the people in the room, Jessica Wallenfels and Eric Nordine, and all the 23 young people. My word, no one in this cast was over the age of like 10. So, I mean, they're incredible.
Thank you so much. It's incredible that people would pay attention to the little things that we do in the corners of Portland. It's such a joy, and I'm very grateful, like everyone else in this room, to be a part of this community. It's such a blessing. Thank you very much.
Before we present the evening's final award and wrap up, some special thanks are in order. First, to Robin Williams of the PCPA for having us here. We're here celebrating musical theater, so we'd be remiss not to give huge thanks to Reese Marshburn and our trophy wrangler, who's been on stage more than anyone else tonight, and unheralded, Jill Steenson. 101 right there. And our stage manager, Autumn Trapani. And our photographer, David Kinder. Please visit kinderpics.com. As Corey mentioned earlier, in the lobby as you leave tonight, CDs will be on sale for $1. And all of the money, all of that $1, will go directly into the Pata Angel Fund, a fund that offers aid to Portland actors in times of financial need. And finally, when outstanding individual achievements coincide with fruitful and expansive collaboration, we experience a whole greater than its parts. And a night that we never forget. This is the only category tonight where I saw all of the shows, and I am thankful I didn't have to have anything to do with deciding this. These were 5 great nights at the theater. The nominees for Outstanding Revival of a Musical are Legally Blonde at Pixie Dust, Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street at Portland Center Stage, Little Shop of Horrors at Broadway Rose, Avenue Q at Triangle Productions, And the Drowsy Chaperone at Broadway Road. And the Pamta goes to the Drowsy Chaperone.
You know, it's funny because people, I think, have this idea that Sharon and I, when we do the dishes at the house, just sing Rodgers and Hammerstein, and that's the kind of, but we actually saw the Drowsy Chaperone twice in New York, and when we saw it, I was like, we gotta do this, we gotta do this. And I want to be in it, so, I didn't audition. So the interesting thing about the Drowsy Chaperone is that many people didn't know what they were going to see when they sat down. And, you know, we budget every year, and the Broadway Rose, believe it or not, has been around for 22 years. That lobby does not vacuum itself. But the thing about the Drowsy Chaperone was we knew we really wanted to do it, and we knew nobody knew it. And so because of that, we kind of take a risk and we roll the dice quite frequently. I think we probably, as everyone in the room knows, we rolled the dice because we started a musical theater company. But so with that, we were so fortunate to be able to have not only that incredible cast, but Lynn Kramer, of course, and Eric down there in the pit conducting every night. And it really was, and it's such a homage to musical theater, which is why I think that it speaks to everybody, the Drowsy Chaperone, because you cannot, especially in this room, you cannot tell me that we have all not put on an album by ourselves in our house and danced around and sang at the top of our lungs, and that's what the Drowsy Chaperone represents. Why I think it's why it speaks to all of us. But but ultimately, I want to thank Sharon Maroney because we did a little bit of arm wrestling, and I think it was a tie because she knew it wouldn't make money, but I really wanted to do it. So I really appreciate her rolling the dice for us. So anyway, thank you. Hey, go buy your ticket. If you can get a free tater tots and a thing of beer and a pitcher of beer over at McMiniman's, go get your comp over there and keep buying tickets to the shows so we can keep doing this. Thank you very much, the Pamta committee, for putting this on because it's really a great, wonderful way to hang out together and celebrate. So thank you very much.
Thank you all for being here tonight and for your work all season. Please join us in the lobby bar to raise a glass. I hope I'll see you in theaters for the next 12 months and then right back here next year for the 7th annual. Good night.